Today on the CTV News at 5, Coaldale residents rally around a junior hockey player after a weekend rollover in Lethbridge. Plus, a family of 5 is left homeless after a devastating house fire. And we get a look at a day in the life of a police officer.
CTV News with Jackie Scantlebury.
Good afternoon. The community of Coaldale is rallying around its junior hockey team after one of its players suffered life-threatening injuries in a weekend rollover in Lethbridge. 18-year-old Mackenzie Klatt is now in stable condition after undergoing emergency surgery at Foothills Hospital in Calgary. Klatt was a defenseman with the Coaldale Copperheads and former captain of the Lethbridge Midget AA team that won the provincials 2 years ago. As Terry Vogt reports, Klatt's friends, teammates, and many in the local hockey community are offering prayers and support for the young man and his family.
On Fairmont Boulevard South, city workers are replacing a light standard that was sheared off during a single vehicle collision early Saturday morning. 18-year-old Mackenzie Klatt is being treated in the Foothills Hospital for serious life-threatening injuries after his truck went out of control, sideswiped a parked half-ton, then crashed into Mike Smith's front yard.
Basically, that blue truck was the point of impact, causing the lamp post to come out, then taking out the Shaw cable box there, and from there exploding upside down on our front yard.
Before long, word had spread throughout the southern Alberta hockey community. Klatt started his season playing in British Columbia, but returned to southern Alberta a month ago to play Junior B hockey with the Coaldale Copperheads, where he was closer to family and friends.
We just found out Saturday afternoon, early afternoon, what had happened ourselves.
At their game Saturday night, team treasurer Gord Elliott broke the news to fans. The team had taped Mackenzie's sweater, initials and jersey number to a wall behind the players' bench. They lost the game 6-1.
They're young men. They wore their emotions on their sleeve Saturday, unfortunately. But I mean, we all cope differently with these kinds of things, and Mackenzie was a friend of theirs, is a friend of theirs, I'm sorry. And yeah, we're all concerned for him and his family and the boys.
And the impact is being felt throughout the hockey world. Mackenzie was captain of a Lethbridge AA midget team that won the provincials 2 years ago. Today, his former coaches and teammates were wearing their provincial rings as a show of support to Klatt and his family. For now, everyone is just praying for the best.
The Copperheads, we want to express our thoughts and our prayers are with the family and with Mackenzie and with the boys, and we just want to do whatever we can for them.
Police say speed, alcohol, and the fact that the driver was not wearing a seatbelt are all contributing factors. They're continuing to investigate the collision. Terry Vogt, CTV News, Lethbridge.
Now, at this time, police say they are still gathering evidence and conducting interviews with possible witnesses or those who came across the scene. Lethbridge Regional Police are investigating after a 45-year-old woman complained that she had been sexually assaulted by a 45-year-old man. Police were called to a city home in the 100 block of 22nd Street North just after 2 this morning. Investigators say the man and woman do know each other. The investigation is continuing. And a family of 5 has been left homeless by a weekend house fire. The fire broke out yesterday afternoon at a house in the 1200 block of 6th Avenue South in Lethbridge. There was no one home at the time, but neighbors noticed smoke and called 911. Firefighters from 3 stations responded and managed to contain the blaze to the kitchen area, but there was extensive smoke damage throughout the home. The homeowners arrived to discover 2 of their family pets had perished in the blaze.
The neighbors are great, actually. They called the family, notified them that there was a fire, and the family is not going to be able to return home tonight, so which is very unfortunate. They have small children, so we want to make sure they're looked after. We have victim services from the Lethbridge Regional Police attending as well.
The preliminary damage estimate is around $70,000, and fire officials say it could be some time before the family can return home. That investigation is continuing. Meanwhile, a BC couple are in stable condition tonight in a Calgary hospital after being mauled by a grizzly bear near Kimberley, BC, Sunday afternoon. The couple were walking near Cherry Creek around 3 p.m. when they stumbled on a sow grizzly with at least 1 cub. The bear attacked the woman first. The man went after the bear with a walking stick Then the bear turned on the man. Both the man and woman were badly injured. The man then stumbled to a nearby home for help. The pair were then picked up by paramedics and airlifted to Calgary. Conservation officers say the pair suddenly found themselves within just 5 meters of the bear.
So it is a worst-case scenario to walk in on a grizzly bear, especially with cubs feeding on a carcass, and possibly also right alongside the creek, which takes away some of its other defenses, which is hearing. It's probably the creek is flowing, so the bears can't hear the people walking.
Conservation officers say the bear has no history of aggression and was acting naturally under the circumstances. They have decided not to destroy the bear. Dory Rossiter's here for our first look at the forecast. And Dory, average temperatures around 1 degree right now for this time of year, and that's pretty much where we're going to be.
Yeah, we're not going to be in the deep freeze. We're going to get down in the minus values when we get into Wednesday, but even then, single-digit minus numbers for a daytime high. But then recovery is going to be quick. By the weekend, well, you'll have to wait and see, but we're in positive numbers. I'll tell you all about it in a couple of minutes.
Thanks, Dory. Cyber Monday got off to a fast start with some sites showing huge sales and traffic spikes. Online sales at 500 of the top online retailers were reported to be up more than 24% over last year. There were no reports of crashes or major slowdowns on overloaded websites. According to one BMO survey, 44% of Canadian consumers plan to shop online today. Local big box retailers say Cyber Monday is growing every year.
It has become really huge over the last couple years, starting in, I believe it was 2009. And, just increasing greatly since then. Our Cyber Monday sale, we're expecting over 1 million unique visitors to visit our website.
Now, 16% of online shoppers say they're buying gifts for others, while 5% are buying something for themselves. 23% are buying for themselves. Now, men are almost 3 times more likely than women to be making a purchase for themselves. Well, demolition order has been issued on a so-called downtown eyesore. The city clerk's office issued the notice on September 27th. Demolition is required by the building's owners by January 2nd of 2013. A BC company came forward last January with plans to turn the site into a 3-story retail and office development. The property had been cleaned up and some structural tests completed, but nothing done since. The abandoned structure could be torn down at the owner's expense. And Mayor Rayco Dodick will be receiving the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal. Alberta's Lieutenant Governor Donald Ethel and Premier Alison Redford will present Rayco Dodick with his medal at a ceremony at Mount Royal University on Friday. Dodick has practiced law in the city for over 3 decades and was designated Queen's Counsel this year. The medals celebrate volunteerism in Canada in recognition of the Queen's 60th year on the throne. And in celebration of the hard work and dedication of the Lethbridge Regional Police Service, the force hosted a family-friendly event this weekend showcasing the services that they provide. As Brendan Miller discovered, the event attracted hundreds of people, including some who are thinking about law enforcement as a career.
Julio Bravo is in his 3rd year of the criminal justice program at Lethbridge College, and he is excited to see the Lethbridge Regional Police Service has so much going on.
It was absolutely fantastic. Like I said, they got different divisions here. The K9, production here was amazing. We got lots of people coming out, and different. They have the simulator out back here with the shooting.
The first ever police day gave visitors like Julio a lot to see and talk about. With more than 25 static and interactive displays at Exhibition Park, it was a chance for the public to get a close look at police vehicles, protective equipment, and other specialized gear.
It's by building relationships and sharing with people our opportunities and our challenges and the things that we do every day so they can have trust and confidence in the police service.
Police Chief Tom McKenzie says the service is dedicated to make the community of Lethbridge a safe place to live, and providing that safety requires the teamwork of many specialized units working together.
We covered a wide gamut of everything we do, and that was our intent, to have every unit we had there, have a lot of our people out there, and let them boast about the hard work that they do every day, because they're doing a tremendous job in our community.
Police officials say the service is constantly growing with the city, Police Day offers those interested in law enforcement a chance to speak with recruiting officers and get a taste of what's in store for the future.
Yeah, I just came to soak it all in and see what Lethbridge has to offer from their police service. So it's very interesting. This is what my passion is, so I'm very excited to be here.
Brendan Miller, CTV News, Lethbridge.
The United Way scored big for local agencies in this weekend's Grey Cup celebrations. A portion of the proceeds from the Shark Club's Grey Cup party will be donated to the United Way. The local chapter helps support over 20 community organizations through their fundraising. Fans on hand scored some big deals on food and drink for a good cause. Officials say while only one team on the field may have won, a number of organizations earned a victory from the fundraiser.
Having local business involved with the United Way is really what we're all about. The community and the business community coming together to support those in need through the United Way really makes a difference. And the Shark Club's picked a great way by integrating it right into the business that they do every day.
The United Way hopes to raise nearly $500,000 for local organizations this year. It was a picture-perfect day for the biggest Santa Claus parade in the West. The 31st annual Santa Claus Parade weaved through the streets of Fort Macleod on Saturday with 114 floats. It's the unofficial kickoff to the holiday season in southern Alberta. This year's parade celebrated some of southern Alberta's many milestones in 2012, including the centennial celebration of the Empress Theatre and Calgary Stampede. But it was the big man in red who stole the show.
I had a little girl standing beside me. She maybe was 3 years old, and she couldn't see around. And we said, Santa's coming, Santa's coming. And you could just see the wonder on her face. It was amazing. That's what made the day for us, really, is the kids' faces, seeing Santa come down the street.
Parade officials say this year they had to turn away some volunteers. Canada's dancing queen returned to Lethbridge this weekend to lead the next generation of dancers in a dance workshop. Sarah Jean Popowich held her third annual dance workshop at the Sandman Hotel. The sessions included contemporary, hip-hop, jazz, and performance training for all levels of dance. The workshop attracted over 160 dancers. And what's more impressive, she taught the entire thing with a broken right foot. Popowich says it's been a whirlwind since winning So You Think You Can Dance Canada, and it's extremely important with her to share the knowledge that she's gained since the show.
Everything. I have everything on my merchandise. It's my tattoo. It means everything. This is where I grew up. This is my hometown. And just to tell them, like, guys, this was me. I'm almost dancing at the same studio as you, and now I'm living my dream. So I just hope that it absorbs and that they realize that you can do whatever you want to do with your life.
Popowich says plans are already underway for next year. Time now for a look at how the markets kicked off the week on Cyber Monday.